Okay, it's the 24th of October 2024. We're about 25 minutes to the New York Open. Um, as usual, we're going to do our analysis um, and then get to the charts and see if there are any opportunities for today. Just give me a second. Before we do that, I just need to post this stuff on the group. All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, we've got about 25 minutes to the New York Open. This is the daily time frame. Yeah, we have weekly resistance here. And the reason for that is this, right? So the weekly candle stopped right there around 2721. So let's just make it 2721. Yeah, that's where the weekly candle stopped. Just look at that on the 4 hour. Hmm. Two seven two two. Yeah, let's just keep that for now. We might have to adjust that weekly resistance area depending on how the daily candles react to this area, right? But roughly 2722 or 2723 is weekly resistance. Okay, just got to keep that in mind. And then there is some sort of reaction on the daily to 2750, but that's not a weekly level, so we don't need to worry about that. But there is on a daily level, obviously we need to consider that, because on the daily it's there is some sort of a resistance at 2750, right? Obviously if 4 candles close above 2750, then we're heading up higher, probably to 2800. Okay, now on the daily we're still very bullish. Yesterday's daily candle closed below weekly resistance, but on the daily we are still very bullish, right? But this could be the beginning of a pullback for liquidity. You just got to keep that in mind. But then again, I don't use the weekly time frame or the daily time frame in my decision making process when I take entries, right? Because I trade just 2 to 2.5 hours of the New York Open. So what the weekly and the daily is doing is really doesn't mean anything to me. It's just good to know if I'm holding a trade over a couple of days, then it's good to know what the daily bias is or the weekly bias is, right? But other than that, because I get in and get out on trades, usually 95% of the time, or 90% of the time, I get in and get out of trades within the session. So I really don't need to know what's happening on the weekly or the daily. Let's go to our trading chart. So before we draw our zones for today, I always do a recap of what happened yesterday, right? So yesterday, price, we had these H4 levels drawn. We had a level here. We had a demand level right here. If you watch yesterday's stream, there was a demand zone right here. There was a demand zone right here. Price broke through both of them. And then it came to the next one below here and broke through that as well. Now, these green lines that you see, these are all entry levels that I had shared earlier on, right? So I share those entry levels, and I share them so that if you want to take a trade, the way I take a trade, that's the way you need to take a trade. Those you can place pending orders there, or wait for price to come. So I generally wait for price to come and see how price reacts on the 5 minute time frame, 1 minute, 5 minute time frame. See how if I see a liquidity grab or a pin bar or an engulfing candle, then I take a trade at those levels, right? Or either just above them or just under them. I take a trade under them, and the stop loss always goes below that zone. So, for example, on this zone, the stop loss would have been under this light green box, which is here, because that's a liquidity area under that. But price came straight through that to the next zone. So when it came here, these were the areas for pending orders. 2712.78. I'd shared these at the beginning of the week. So 2712.78, 2708.67, and 2707.31. So this one got triggered. I placed a order somewhere in between this. I placed, I think, two orders. That was just after the stream was over. Price pulled back in, and there was a 15-minute candle that I look for. Just show you that. This was that candle, right? So a rejection candle, okay, and then also strong move up after that. Even if you look on the 5 minute, it's actually, yeah, on the 5 minute. Was it on the 1 minute? I think it was on the 1 minute, maybe. No, it was on the 15 minute. Yeah, it was this candle. It was this candle, right? So bearish, all bearish candles coming down. Yeah, now I remember. These are all bearish candles coming down. 115-minute bull candle right from 2708.67, right from there, and from this level, that's a liquidity area, and price closed. I took a order somewhere here or here, stop loss underneath that, and then I held that trade, and that ran, I think, just over 100 pips. I think I closed when it came here to this resistance area. I think I closed that trade. Yeah, I think I closed my trade somewhere here, roughly about 100 pips, and my stop loss was about 38 pips. Usually that's the kind of stop loss that I take, 36, 37 pips, and about 100 pip trade, right? Then, but for later on in the Asian session, I think, was it the Asian? No, later on, yeah. Well, yeah, in the Asian session, price did rally up another 200 pips, okay, but I didn't hold the trade because we were very bearish yesterday, so I didn't hold the trade overnight. I didn't want to get stopped out. I just wanted to, take a decent RR trade, positive RR trade, and I think that was about almost 3 hour, about 2.5 RR trade, and that was it, okay. So these levels are all given at the beginning of the week. Okay, so now we're going to redo all of these again. Let's get rid of all of that. I'm going to keep that. These SR levels, these 15-minute levels, if you want to see how I drew them, I did them on the stream yesterday. On yesterday's stream, I did these levels. I think I did about 8 of them, and later on after the stream, when price came down, I did a few more, about 3 or 4 more, to see which ones are breaking. Because, as I've said, if a 15-minute candle or a 5-minute candle closes with this is a bearish momentum, right? So if just hold on for a second. Yeah. So this is a bearish momentum. So if you draw these correctly, if you draw these SR levels correctly, support resistance levels correctly, in this bearish momentum, and you know that price is coming down to these demand levels, you can trade these. It's very possible to trade this because this is the purpose of understanding how price moves. Once you understand how price moves, you can use any part of that, any part of that understanding to form a trade plan for yourself, right? So, and I've shared this several times before, where once price begins to break these support levels and closes below one support level, you can wait for a pullback, always again back to that level, and then put your stop there and take a trade to come down to the support level, right? Like here, all of these work when price closes below. If you look on the 5-minute time frame, it's a lot more obvious. If you look on the 5-minute time frame, you'll see it. Once a candle closes below, it pulls back, gets liquidity, comes to the next one. You can see how it grabs liquidity here, comes back to this one. You can see it closed below, grabs liquidity, come back to the next one. Closed below, grabs liquidity, goes to the next one and the one below. So if it breaks this, then if you get back in on a trade at this area, you don't have to take TP here. You can get your TP here because we've already broken through this, right? We've come here. So that's how you trade them, right? So you can trade these SR levels if you learn to draw them correctly. Okay, let's get rid of all of these and start this whole process again. Okay. So today we've got news today. News is in about 45 minutes from now, so we've got plenty of time to draw our zones. So for the next 45 minutes, I'm not taking any trades. In 15 minutes, the NY session opens, but I'm not going to be taking any trades. We're going to be waiting for news. So that's the news that we have today. It doesn't do a lot usually. It's just unemployment claims. It doesn't. I'm not expecting a huge move on this, but it does bring some sort of liquidity, right? So we're going to look for a trade just after news. Okay. Right. Let's get rid of all of this, in fact. Okay, better. So you got a clean chart. So this is about 200 pips above price and about 280 pips below price. We've got a clean area. Let's do our supply demand zones. Let's start with supply because we have supply now. We've actually broken this previous low and we've formed some sort of a structure now, right? We have a higher high there, a higher low, and then we have a high high, and then we have a lower low, right? So we have some sort of structure there. So which is good. I like when there's structure. So there is supply there, but this is also supply all the way here, right? This is also supply. So you have a rally. These all are base-in candles, can be considered as possible base-in candles, and then the drop. Okay. Um, yeah. So rally, instead of having the base there, rally, single base-in candle and drop, I'm going to incorporate this because this is a clean move up, and then these candles are all side by side, almost side by side, and then the drop. Okay, so I'm going to include all those 4 candles as the base. Let's put those now. That's the only zone that we have. If you look, just have a look at it on the 1 hour. Yeah, on the 1 hour is I'm gonna use that basically. 845 45863. Okay, that's the H4 supply that we have. This level is tapped into quite a bit, so I'm going to, yeah, let's leave that for now. Let's draw demand. So this is a, this have 52 pips, 35. Okay, this has more body than wick, so this is how I'm going to have to draw my demand zone. Right, drop, single basin candle, and a rally. Right, so 671, 879. Okay, let's get rid of this. Now, this is a rally, 3 basin candles we had, and a rally. And prices come, so that zone was 140 pip zone. We came into it here about 20 pips, and now we've come in halfway, right? Or more than halfway into that zone. We've come about 73, 74 pips, right? That's a 140 pip zone. We've come almost about 73, 74 pips, right? So we've passed the halfway mark on that zone. So I'm no longer going to consider that it was a high liquidity zone, but once a price comes in over 50% into the zone, I don't consider them a high liquidity zone anymore, because prices tapped that zone not only once, it's tapped it twice. It tapped it here. This was a demand zone. As you saw, that was a demand. It tapped it here and it tapped it here. And the second time it came more than 50% of the way. So I'm no longer, it is still demand because we still have part of that zone left. Price hasn't broken through it yet, but that's no longer a high liquidity zone. Okay. So that low is 879. 8. Okay. Let's get rid of all of these. Okay, so that's where we have closest demand, and that's where we have closest supply. If we got demand down here, we're going to extend these. I'm going to extend these to the right. Because price is about 400, well, it's about 400 pips. I don't think it's going to drop all the way down, maybe all that way down, but you never know. It's better to be prepared. So I'm going to extend these to the right. Now, if you want to see how these were drawn, you have to look at the previous streams, because I'm not going to spend time redrawing all of these zones now. But they were drawn exactly the same way I've drawn these zones, okay? And they are high liquidity zones because they took out an opposing supply zone. This is 600, yeah, maybe we're getting close to elections, so anything can happen. You can have big, huge daily candles. Yeah, that's good enough. So that's 680 pips away. That's good enough. Okay. Now, is this a high liquidity zone? Yes, it is, because it took out this demand here. We had drawn yesterday. We had drawn demand here, a drop, and there was a 1 hour basin candle and a rally. So it took out that. Plus, it took out this demand here, and it took out this demand here. So it took out 3 demand levels. So it doesn't matter if it's taken out 1 or 3 or 5. If it's taken out at least 1, then that I consider that a high liquidity zone. Okay, so that's a high liquidity zone right there. Okay, and is this a high liquidity zone? We can't see it on the 4 hour. We'll have to go down to the 1 hour. Yeah, you had this drop. You had, so this was, here. This was a supply zone on the 1 hour, and price did take it out, right? If you look on the 30-minute, it'll be a lot more clearer. You had a clean rally, 2 basin candles and a drop. Okay, a rally, 2 basin candles and a drop, and this zone took that out. So this is a high liquidity zone. Okay. And I said this one I'm no longer considering a high liquidity zone because price has come more than 50% of the way into it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. If we're going to take a look at these zones in case price comes down, where we should place pending orders or where we should be looking to buy on the smaller time frames, exact entry levels. We'll be looking at all of that, at all these zones, right? But right now, price is in supply, and there is a possibility that this price is going to push down, right? For news, it's very likely that price is going to push down because we have come to supply. It is a high liquidity zone, so we're going to take a closer look at this zone right now. Now, before we do that, we have about 35 minutes for that, so we've got plenty of time. Sorry, give me a second. Okay. Before we do that, we're going to look at what price is done for the day. I usually do this every day, just to share with you guys, just to have a better understanding of what price has done so far. Okay. So this is where the market opened, right here. Right, this candle right here. It's a doji. That's where the market opened, and we pushed up, pushed straight up. That's the Asian low, right there. So that low is 787. Okay, that's the Asian low. Then we went up for the, okay. Okay, so this is the Asian high right here. 678. And then price pushed up further. 45. Low 27. Yeah, so the London, the Asian high and the London low is exactly in the same place, right? It's the same price point. It's basically there. 2727. Okay, 2727 is the Asian high and the London low, 2727, right? And then we have the London high. This is the London high. $9.17. Okay, so that's a London high right there. Just been ranging. We've just broken the London high. 16. Yeah, that's a London high. Okay, so this is what price has done so far. We've moved in the Asian session, we moved about 89 pips, about 90 pips, and in the London session, we moved about 125 pips. Okay, so in total, yeah, we're about 245 pips so far. Price has moved. Sorry. So the market opened here. There was a pullback for the Asian low to create the Asian low. We tried to pull back into this demand level. It couldn't. There was too much of bullish volume, so we continued, created the Asian high above these highs, came back down, went, tested that, broke it, closed above, created the London low, came back, retested. That's the London retest, creating the low, the London low, and the Asian high. They're exactly at the same price point, 2727, and then went straight up and ranged and created the London high. Right. So now that we know what price has done for the day so far, if we close above the London high, we should go deeper into this supply zone. And once we close back below the London high, we should come down to the London low, 2727, at least there. And if we close below the Asian high, then we should come to the Asian low and come back down to this demand level right here. Okay, that's the idea. At least that's the idea. Right. So now since we are here, price is very close to almost inside, very close to the supply zone. We're going to look for a liquidity candle. So the 4 is not clear. The 1 eye is not clear. Let's look at the 30-minute. Yeah, so on the 30-minute, it's obvious. You have this big candle right here. In this zone, this is the biggest candle right here. Okay, 78 pip candle, perfect. It's pretty simple how I do this. 50, 52, 288. Okay, that's the candle. Further up, there is this candle. I'll mark that as well. Okay, so this high 761, 160, 160. Okay, now those are two zones. Okay, they're not one zone. So inside this high liquidity zone, there are two zones that I'm interested in. That's 75 pips, that's too big. And that's 60 pips, that's also too big. So we're going to find a way how to narrow this down. And then there is this move up. Price tried to come back into this candle, couldn't, fell down. Price tried to come back into this candle, couldn't, fell down. Okay, so these both areas are very interesting, right? So you can see even on the 30-minute that the next candle tried to come back up here, it couldn't, got pushed down, right? Here also on this candle, price tried to come back. All these candles tried to come back to the middle of the candle, couldn't, push down. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame now. Okay. There is this candle, double 66, and there is this candle, 60. I prefer this. I prefer this. $411, 756. Let's look at the 5-minute. Yeah, this candle right here. Price tried to come back into that candle, couldn't. This low is 39.80. So I'm going to put a level there, 39. Okay. And then also up here, 255. Okay, there. Right. So in this zone, if you come, this is an entry that I'm looking at, 2739.8 and 2742.5, right? Stops above this here, above here. So that's about 18 pips, and that's about 44 pips, right? Yeah, so that's a little too wide, but it'll have to do. It's about 42 pips, 44 pips. And then if you come into this, if you break these highs, then I'm going to obviously close these trades if I take entries there. And if you come here into this zone, this candle here, so maybe this close 48.29, 48.29. That's very close to 2750 as well, right? So let's look at the 5-minute again. Maybe below 47.96. That's the second zone here. So in this zone, inside this zone, that's a 60 pip zone, 61, 62 pip zone. This entry, that's a 25 pip stop loss in this light trade area, the second one. Okay, that's the first, that's the second, that's the third. Each of these areas has their stops just above that swing, right there. For this one, it'll be either here or stop loss maybe above this candle here, and the next one, the stop loss will be just above there. Okay, just above the swing on the smaller time frame. Here, close 940. Try to look for at least 2 entries in each zone. Okay, so here these 2 are fine. In this, there's one here. This is very close to the other one, just 14 pips away. Just trying to find a better entry. That's the same. Close 49.40. Okay, that'll have to do, I guess. 49.40. Also, this candle right here is 15.30. Let's just look at that candle as well. $388. So this entry 2743.8 is a part of this candle, right? Push down. So okay, so that's done. Those are the entries that I'm looking at for these two zones. And if price does come spike up and come here, then I've got this candle right here. So the low of that candle 51.60, 51.60, and then 55.80. Close 82, open 83, 82, yeah. Okay, yeah, these are the levels, okay? So these are the levels for each zone. So in the first zone, I have two entries, 2739.8, 2742.5, right? That is for the first zone, stops will be just there. So on the first one, the stop is about 16, 17 pips. The next one, it's about 43, 44 pips, right? Then for this zone, second zone, there is an entry at 2743.8 and 2747.9, right? And then 2749.4 and stops above this candle here, right? So that's stop loss there. That's about 25 pips, 40 pips, and this is very wide. It's about 80 pips, but maybe I'll manage risk on this trade at this candle, right? Yeah, about 30 pips. And then for this third zone, there's an entry 2751.6 and 2755.8, stops above the dark red, the high liquidity zone itself, the H4 supply zone, which is that candle, okay? These are the entries. Price has to come to them. Let's see if price does come to them during news for us to get a trade. We got about 15 minutes for news, okay? Let's just look at the what's happening on the 15-minute right now. On the 15 minutes, nothing. We're just ranging. We've broken the London high. We've closed back below. Let's look at the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, we closed above, closed below. We should break this high. Okay, price should come up and break this high because it's got no top wick. So we should break the high. Let's look at the 1 minute. Yeah, yeah. So 1 minute, no top wick. So price is coming higher. Okay, which is a good sign. Price is coming higher, should come and break these wicks and should come deeper, and that's what we want to get a sell trade in. We don't want to chase price here, right? This is we don't want to get a bad price. We want to get the best possible selling price. Okay, now next, if price comes here, this is a high liquidity zone. Where will price react to? Okay, if it comes here, let's say we drop from here to here, that's a 230 pip drop, 240 pip drop. Where is it going to stop? Okay, where are the buy orders? Let's just go to the 1 hour. That's a nice liquidity wick, perfect. Price has come, that wick is 89 pips. We've come more than half of the way into it, which means when price comes down, it's very likely going to break this zone and continue down. Okay, just keep that in mind. I want to mark that though, because this is very important in understanding. If you do understand this, then you can formulate any trade plan that will suit um, the way price moves. That's the whole idea. That is what I did yesterday. Once you know this, have this understanding, when a zone breaks, where is it going next? When you know for sure where price is going next, then it's easy to wait for a pullback and to take that trade in that direction to the next area, right? So that's the reason I'm doing these. So that, and if you watch my last, I've done about 30 of these videos now. If you watch them, it's exactly the same thing that I do every day. So this wick is about 89 pips. We've come more than halfway into it. Let's look at the 30-minute time frame. Let's change the color there. Yeah, so this was the liquidity candle. All right, 106 pip candle, price came into it and went up. Price came into it. We've come. Let's look at the 15-minute. There we go. That's the candle, 70 pips. That's the liquidity candle. Price has come to the bottom of it. So now there's nothing. There are no candles after that that has volume. This was the candle that had volume. So once price breaks this low, once price comes into this, we've already come here. So if we are going to react, we're going to react at the top of this candle, right? But once we start to close below the Asian low, we're coming straight through this. And once we come straight through this, we're coming into this candle. So we're going to take a look at this candle as well. Because this candle is 49 pips and price has come 17 pips into it. Yeah, so I'm going to take a look at that. This high is 885,213. Let's just mark that. 213. That's a 67 pip zone. Let's look at it on the 5-minute. Yeah, it's better on the 5-minute. This high was 748. 748, perfect. Now on the 15-minute, we have this candle right here. That's 50 pips. $879,374. 3.74. 79. Two, 1, 3. So that candle was a 48 pip candle, and we've come about 16 pips. We've come 150. We've come 1/3 of the way into this candle. So Yeah, if price doesn't react to the top here and comes deep in, then we're coming to this candle, right? So that's a good 55 pip drop. So if you are holding sells, if you get sells there, uh, you can be smart about it. And if you close below this yellow line, the Asian low, 5-minute candle closes below it, you have a bearish close below it, then you can hold because you know that price is coming deeper in. We're not reacting to it and coming deeper in, and you can hold another 55 pips down to this candle. So got about 10 minutes for the news. So inside this candle, we're going to take a look at inside this candle because there's nothing in this candle to look at, right? This candle has already been consumed with the move down and price is gone. So there's nothing in this candle left. We're going to take a look at this candle down. Here. I have marked this 5-minute candle just so that I pay attention to it when price comes to the top of it. And the top of that candle, 5-minute candle, is exactly at the Asian low. All right. If price comes there, reacts, you get a 5-minute reaction at there or a 15-minute reaction at the top of that zone, then I'm going to pay attention to that to take buys. But if it doesn't, then it's coming straight down to this candle. So let's take a look at this, the last on the 5-minute time frame. This candle, there is nothing. Doesn't look like anything. Okay, so there is a zone here, top of that candle, high 242, 42, and here 1050. One 172. Okay. Okay, so that's the area that I'm going to pay attention to if price comes in, right? We've got about 8 minutes to news. We are pushing up, as I said. We should break this high. There's no top wick. We should come up, break this high. That's the whole idea. Okay. Where are we? Okay, so then if price comes, breaks this zone, where are we coming to? We're coming into this area right here. There's a 30-minute candle that price already did come to yesterday. This was the liquidity candle that we had marked. Perfect. It was a 103 pip candle. Price came deep into it. We had put entries here. Price tapped it, went straight up. It's gone up 300 pips, right? Perfect. Now there is this candle left. It's a 30-minute liquidity candle from that zone, 48 pips, perfect. I'm going to mark that candle out. This high 634, 176, 76. Let's take a look at it on the 15-minute. Yeah, on the 15 minutes it's fine. Let's take a look at it on the 5-minute. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so that's where price is coming to next. This high is 634. Price always comes to liquidity. Wherever liquidity is, that's where it's going to come to. It came to this candle, this had liquidity, it came there, it pushed up. Now when we come back down, there is possible liquidity in this candle because that's a 47 pip candle. Is it 47? It's a 47 pip candle, and we've come about 12 pips into it, right? So that's like what, 1/4 of the way. So there is liquidity. There could be liquidity in that candle. We're going to pay attention to that candle. So possible entry there. Close here, 477. Let's look at the 5-minute time frame. '27. Okay. Okay. Let's just look at what price can do now. Where that's about 300 pips away. That's fine. And if you break that, we're coming all the way down here. Just keep that in mind. We're coming all the way down here to the next zone, right? In this zone, we've already marked the liquidity candle here. Quickly take a look at that. Yeah, that's a 89 pip candle. Yeah, right there, perfect. 68 pips. High 90.77. 90.77. That's where we're coming to next. Okay. So once price comes through this, breaks this low, this is the next area it's coming to. 2690.77. Very precise. That's another 112 pip drop, right? We're coming there to that candle. So on the 5-minute, yeah, there, 0.832. Okay, perfect. 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 Right? Got all our levels marked. So if you come into this zone, sells here at these levels, come into this zone at these two levels, sells at these two levels. If you come into the last zone here, third zone, then sells at these two entries, right? And if you come down here, entries here, here. If you break this, then it's to this area. Here are the entries. If it breaks this, then here are the entries, right? Very simple, very straightforward. Okay, we're ready. We have a minute for news. We are breaking the high, as I said. If you go back to the 5-minute, you'll see that price is going to break that high right there. That high is going to get tapped. Okay. On the 15-minute, we're just ranging. We've broken two lows. The next one should push up. What are they expecting? They're expecting 243 bad numbers. Yeah, they're expecting bad numbers. So price maybe it's gonna be bad numbers and price is gonna head up. and then pull down and then push down after that. So we're going to wait for price to come to our areas. Okay, should come up. It was good numbers, but we should continue higher. We should continue higher. Has this high been tapped? No, it hasn't. Not yet. This high broke this high broke here. It did tap that. It did tap that. This candle broke this side, this candle broke this side, the next one did drop. Let's see what's gonna happen. $39.66, 966, 786, 966. This high, this candle broke this high, and this candle broke this high. Yeah. It did tap. We'll wait for a 5-minute candle to close before I decide to do anything. Wait for a 5-minute candle to close. Slow to that high. Yeah. I want to see price reject this area. come down here. It's a 50, 60 pip drop. Yeah. Let's see. Stop loss above here. 27 pips. Come further up, I'll take another entry here. No, we're going up. Push past straight up this candle here. Price has to respect this high to continue down. Let's see. Stop loss right there. 9 pips. Oh, it's not. Okay. We're coming higher. Gonna wait for this 15-minute candle to close. Yeah, we're coming high. The idea was for this price to respect this high, then drop. Um, so the 15-minute candle has closed right above the, just right at the, sorry, not above, just right at the London high. So we are pushing up. Grab liquidity, we are pushing up. Good. So we're coming deeper into this. We're going to wait for the 15-minute candle to close, see how far we come. The next one might close it as I want to. The better confirmation entry would be wait for a 5-minute candle to close back below the London high. Right? Wait for a 5-minute candle to close back below the London high, and then take the trade. That'll be the better confirmation to come down. And then when we're coming down, let's just. Yeah, we're pushing up. Thirty-three. $45. $50. Yeah, that seems about right. We're pushing up. And then the next one be there. 10. Okay, so we closed 15-minute close bullish, right? Let's see if this candle breaks. The next one breaks the high. Probably go further in. Grab liquidity from support, heading up. That's the bottom wick to go higher. $14. $166. Yeah. Yeah, roughly there. And then let's create the bottom wick to go up. Where's the next? Where are we heading to next? Next is here. 45. $35. 89. Okay. Roughly. That's where we are. Okay. So price has slowed down now. But we can't do anything because we've grabbed liquidity from below. We've closed above. We're heading to this resistance right here. That's the purpose of drawing these support resistance levels. You know where price is heading to next. It's coming up here, right? To 2743. That's where price is heading to next. 2743. Close below, grab liquidity, go up. 2743. We want to see a rejection from these areas to know that price is heading down. And then, yeah, that's the next level right there. Touch, touch. Then here we touched, price touched here. This low is 16. 6. Yeah, that's better. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, maybe they're higher. 89. 89. It's close. 379. Yeah, that's much better. So here's where we should head to. I don't see any other SR levels in between those two. Yeah, unless there's this minor one here. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, we've touched that. There is a level right there. $14. And 4. Yeah, there's a level right there. Okay. Yeah, we're just ranging. Nothing's happening right now. Absolutely nothing's happening. We did reject that area. We tried to come down. We're pushing back from here. Price is moving higher. We've rejected this. We grab liquidity. This is creating a bottom wick to go. If we close inside this, if we close inside 274140, 274150, then we're heading to the next one right here. Okay. And then above that we have this, and then above that let's wait for the 30-minute candle close. 30-minute candle is a 1-hour candle close as well. It's closing a doji. We rejected this area. One 6.5, 4.65. Minute close the doji. Gonna take a trade there. Stop above here. 65. 39. Let's see. I want to see a 5-minute close below this resistance level right here, below this resistance. A 5-minute close below this resistance should bring price down here, through this, straight down here to this wick. A 5-minute close, that's what you want to see. 1 minute, 35 seconds, 1.5 minutes for the candle to close. A 5-minute needs to close below this resistance. That's the whole idea, right? Close below, we respect the high and we come down. If we do, I'll add another position. It has to close below. Close back above, we're going higher. Yeah, it seems like we're going higher. Yeah, let's just leave it. Five-minute needs to close below to come down. So the whole idea was this liquidity candle that we had marked right at the beginning of the session before NY opened. The 66, 65 pip candle, this candle here, price came, failed to get back in. We broke those highs, and now from there price dropped right to these 60 pips. So that's the area. This support is where anticipating price to first drop to, right, about 60 pips. And then if you close below, come to the London low. We close the doji. Close the doji above. So price could probably go higher now. Yeah, we close the doji. Price could very easily go higher. 5-minute candle had to close below this support for price to continue down. 0.3% today. 0.3%. If this trade is also a loss, which is very likely, then that's it. Then I'm going to wait. Maybe not take any trades today. Just going to wait it out. And let price do its thing. Let NYSE open. And then we see later on in about an hour or so, or at least another 45 minutes, how price plays out. If it comes deeper inside, to get an entry, because I'm not going to take any more trades now. Once I get stopped out on this, that's it. So this high is 4106. Yeah, we're coming up to that. 4106. 5-minute had to close below that. Yeah, it had to close below this. It didn't. So once you break this high, then I'm going to close. 5-minute candle had to close below this support, which didn't. We closed above. It had to close. If it closed below, then we could drop to just like this dropped here. It closed below, we dropped. It had to close below to drop here. And then the momentum will take it down to fill this wick. But it had to close below this area right here. This is the support. So it's a 5 pip level. It had to close below that. So we're heading higher. We closed above. We broke the high. We're heading higher. Once you break this high, I'm going to close the trade. Stop loss is just above that. Yeah, we're coming up. We are coming up. We're coming up. 5-minute close is bullish. Next one's going to break the high and continue higher. And when that happens, I'm going to close the trade right here. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's not going to do anything anymore. 0.6%. Fantastic risk management. So I took 3 tries and I lost less than 1%. Fantastic. Okay. Now, yeah, so we closed above here. We're coming higher. We're going to break this high, 15-minute high. Right. So I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm going to just wait for price to just do its thing. Okay. The whole idea was that the 15-minute closed back below, closed above, and closed back below the London high, and we broke the low, so to continue down, but we came back, broke the high, and we're pushing higher. We closed above this support. We rejected the support. If you look at the 1 minute, clear rejection. We're heading higher, right? If you're a scalper, it's possible to take all these trades. That's a rejection, stop loss under that, take it here, the next, I can hold it to this one, probably coming up here. So right now I'm not doing anything anymore. I'm just going to let price do its thing in this supply zone, right? I believe my analysis is that it will reverse here, right? But where in these three levels, I don't know. Is it at the first one? Is it at the second? Is it at the third? We'll have to see. It rejected that area again. Again. Yeah, it's not doing anything. No rush to take any sells anymore. Yeah, let price do its thing. Price do its thing. It's very slow. It's probably waiting for the NYSE open, right? So the NY open has not done anything. We've just the news just pushed price up 50 pips. We're ranging, probably waiting for NYSE open to push price further. And then let's see later on. So what happened? Today's Thursday. Today's Thursday, yeah. So the reversal move started towards the end of my session around 1800 hours server time. This is just continuation, and this is also continuation. This is continuation. It's maybe just before the end 4-hour candle closes. Just got to wait. Got to wait for NYSE to open. So wait another 30 minutes at least. Another 30 minutes. Don't rush into anything right now. Just wait. The idea is that sells from this high liquidity supply zone, but which zone is it going to be from? Which liquidity candle? The first, the second, or the third? Could be here. Could be here. This is my favorite one, to be honest. Out of the three, this is my favorite one because that's a big liquidity candle, 67 pips on the 15-minute, perfect. Bearish engulfing candle, price tried to come in, couldn't, and dropped. Right? That was the drop here. Tried to come in, dropped 100, 300 pips. So this is the area that I'm targeting for sales, but I want to wait. I want to wait for more confirmation. I'm going to wait for more confirmation. The 1 minutes are rejecting that area again. 1 minute candles. 5 minute has rejected. 5 minute has rejected that area again. 17 pip stop loss. 15 minute. It's created a wick. Rejected that area. Here's what I'm probably going to do. If you break the low here, then price should drop because there is no reason for price to break the high again. We've rejected this, we've respected this high twice. If you break this low, 776. Five-minute candle closes below this support. It's safe to take a sell again. 5-minute candle closes below the support, is safe to take a, or maybe wait for this candle to break, maybe for this low to break, and then take the sell. But because we are rejecting this resistance right here, we respected it twice. The 15-minute candle respect this candle, respected the high, this respected that high. That's a doji. 30-minute is a doji. This high 30-minute candle is respecting this high. Yeah, wait for this 30-minute candle to close. That's the plan. It's going to wait for this 30-minute candle to close. So 13 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. Wait for this to close, and that's this, yeah, 12 and a half minutes for the 15-minute candle to close. We're going to wait for that to close, and then we're going to see if this high is still respected, and then the 30-minute candle breaks. The next 30-minute candle breaks this low, then I'm going to take a trade coming down, because by then a 5-minute candle should have closed below this support. Right, so we got about 12 minutes to wait. I'm going to wait. There's no rush. Okay, so I'll be back in about 5-6 minutes. Sorry, 5 minutes more for the candle to close, and this is why we wait for the 30-minute candle to close. So it broke the high, so we are very likely continue higher. Yeah, we created support here at this level. We broke the high, we're going higher. Okay, so we're going deeper into this zone, into this candle right here, into this liquidity candle. Just get rid of that. This candle right here, that's a 65 pip candle. We're going deeper into it. There is resistance right there. We've touched it. If we close above, we're going to the next resistance. Okay. And so just you've got to do nothing right now. Just wait for the 30-minute candle to close. We're closing bullish. Maybe we're coming here. Let's see that at that resistance, maybe if you have a reaction, maybe I'll look to see if you have a clean 15-minute reaction there. I want to see a reaction, a clear reaction like this, just like this, just like this, a push up or a push down from here to come down. I'm not trying to buy here at all. There's no way am I going to be trying to take any buys here. I don't care if price comes another 150, 160, 200 pips up. I'm not buying here at all, right? Because that's the purpose of drawing this. This is a supply area, rally for base in candles and supply. So I'm not trying to buy here at all. Just going to wait to see the better trade would be the better confirmation trade would be to wait for a 15-minute candle to clearly reject, come down with momentum and close below the London high, and then take the trade to come down to the London low. That's a 125 pip trade right there. Once we close here, you can take that move, and if the momentum is there and we close below, then we're coming all the way down again another 100 pips. So that's a good 220 pip, 230 pip move. That's the kind of trade that you want to take. So I'm going to just do nothing. I'm going to wait to see if we either get a reaction up here, or probably wait for a 15-minute or even a 30-minute candle to close below the London high, and then take the trade coming down. On the daily, we're pushing back up again. Let's see. If we close bullish today, if the daily candle is supposed to close, we got about 7 hours for the daily candle to close. So if the daily candle is closing bullish today, then there is no chance of price coming down. We're just heading up higher and maybe a small pullback, and we're going to close bullish above this weekly resistance area 2722. So if that's the case, then there is no opportunity to take a high RR trade coming down. But we don't know that. So all we can do is anticipate a reaction here and close partials at certain levels, and then wait to see if price will come all the way down. That is why you close partials, and you always keep a runner. Okay, so 30-minute candle is closing very bullish. We're closing up here. The 15-minute candle, next 15-minute should break above this high and continue higher. It should break within the first 5 minutes. There, broke already. In the first go it broke, so we are continuing higher. Right? Probably pull back for liquidity and then continue higher. Now, you can trade if you're a scalper. You can trade soon as price pulls back, gives you a 1 minute rejection from this support or this support. You can trade all the way here with your TP up here, right? It's possible to take that trade. If you're a scalper, that's a 27 pip move, maybe even lower if you get in lower. That if you've got to watch the 1 minute, right? Because we're moving higher. The 15 minute has closed above this resistance. The 30 minute has closed above. You want to wait for maybe watch the 1 minute or the 5 minute, wait for a pullback, grab liquidity, then take the trade going up here, right? That's very possible. You can easily get a 1 RR, even a 1.5 or 2 RR trade here. But you have to watch the 1 minute and you have to scalp it, because that's where we're heading. That's why it's so important to know, not just figure out an entry method and where your stop loss is going to be, and not only have risk management, but also understand where price is heading next. When a level is broken, where is it going next? So it's very clear. We've drawn support resistance levels correctly. Candle closed above, pull back, heading here to the next one. But you want to get a 1 minute reaction from this level. You don't want to trade in between these. You don't want to open entries here in the middle at the top. You want to get a pullback, take the reaction of this area to go up. That's the 30 pip move up. That's the trade that you want to take if you're scalping. If you're looking for that big reversal trade, then you have to wait for confirmation. You got to wait for to see a 15-minute candle close back below the London high, or even a 30-minute close back below the London high to take the trade coming down here or here. And that might take a while. That might happen with the 4-hour candle close, right? So just don't rush it. Just wait. See the reaction. Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful reaction. Just at 27225. That's beautiful. I want to see the 1 minute candle close here. Yeah, this could be creating a bottom wick to head up. That's a very nice reaction. But still, too much bottom wick. I wanted to see a rejection candle like this, like a pin bar from here. Not like this. This is a bearish engulfing candle on the 1 minute, but it's better to see a pin bar like that from that level, 2742.5 or 2743.8. So this could be the pullback to go up. Remember that we are bullish. Price is moving up. This is the NYSE open. Price is bullish right now. We've closed above. So this is probably that trade that you want to take to go up. It's just, yeah, let's go up. Once we reject this area, we close bullish, then you can buy with your stop below this, up here. Just going to wait for the 15-minute candle. Let's see how the 15-minute, maybe even wait for the 4-hour candle, because 4-hour candle is going to close in 25 minutes, 24 minutes. I'm going to probably wait for the 4-hour candle to close. I'm not going to do anything. Maybe, yeah, that's the best. Just wait. I mean, no rush to take any trades, not just today, for the rest of the week, for even tomorrow. I mean, no rush at all. 7% for the week is, I'm really happy with 7% for the week. So I'm in no rush to take any more trades either today or tomorrow. Um, if I do get something like this is the kind of trade that I want to see. Yesterday's 15-minute candle close from the levels, not these levels. These price points are what I marked today. But if you watch yesterday's stream, you would have seen two price points. There was a level here, there was a price level here, and there was a price level right at the tip of this candle, right? That's what I want to see. Just touch and push up and close bullish in a bearish move. You had the first 15-minute candle close. When the next candle broke the high, I took the trade somewhere here in the middle, and then I took another one above there. With stops below that candle. So I think the first one had like a 25 pip stop loss, and the next one had like a 45 pip stop loss, I think. And then 100 pips up, right? That's the kind of trade I want to take. I want to see a candle like that. So you have to wait, to be patient. Yeah, we got a 5-minute close back at that, below that level, below support. Next candle broke the high, come down. I want to see a 15-minute candle close below this London high. I want to see a 15-minute candle close below the London high. Take the trade. On the 5-minute, 255. Yeah, that was a level 255. The 15-minute is there, 43.03. 43.03. What happened? It's going to wait for the 15-minute candle to close. Yeah. The 1 minute has rejected, that has touched that entry. We had it a little lower at 42.55, but that's also correct. That 42.5 is also correct, and this is also correct. This close is 35. Yeah, this is also correct. There is a drop, base drop on the 15-minute, perfect. And we did come there. We are reacting to it. That's the area that price couldn't come back to, and it dropped here, close below. You want to see a close below here again, just like this candle, 15-minute candle. There we go, coming back below the London. Want to see a close. Yeah. It's going to wait for the 5-minute candle. Close rejecting that area again, pushing up. So I'm going to wait for the 15-minute candle to close. This is what happened. The last time price came there, this 15-minute candle closed below this support. That's what I want to see again. This 15-minute candle closed below the London high and below that support ideally. Pull back to take the trade down. Stops above here or above this zone, which is there, right there. Okay. Ideally 30 pip stop loss would be great. But the 15-minute has to close below. Just like this. We pull back somewhere here, and then we continue. High 43.26, 326.813. Two minutes. So 15-minute candle closed above, closed back below. This was just a inside bar candle. It was within this range, created support, closed above here, and now we closed below this support here. That's what I want to see. I want to see a candle not just close below the London high, but close below this support here, close below these candles. You can see that's resistance, and that's the resistance turns support. So I want to see a candle close back inside that. That's it, there. I want to see a candle close below 2738.5 or 2738.75. Right? The previous candles couldn't close below. In the NY session, we couldn't close, right? We tried, we couldn't, and now very likely we're going to close. We're coming down. Yeah, that was the trade. But yeah, perfect. I'm going to take that trade. Slow 782. Okay. 15-minute candle is about to close. I want to see it close below that line. 3844. Oh, 59. Here. Yeah. Okay, this is the last chance I'm giving myself. After this, that's it. If this doesn't work out, that'll be the end of my trades and the session also. I will not try to take any more trades. So the idea is for price to come here. 33, 34 here. And here. 34. 2734. So 2734, that's where price should come to. I was anticipating a pullback here, but it didn't. To 2740.5, it didn't. Just drop. The next candle dropped straight because this closed below the 15-minute candle, closed below the London high again. That was the idea, for the 15-minute candle to close below the London high, and then for price to push down below this wick to 2734 and then 2732. 33. So the 5-minute candle closed here. This one is pushing down. Needs to break this wick. Touch 2, 3. Yeah, we closed. The next one should pull back. We closed below support. We should pull back maybe here or here and then come down. touch 34, 33 is the next stop. Should touch 33. We've touched 34, the level just above that support should touch 33. The 4 candle is pushing down. Leave that at 32. Yep, okay. Okay, coming down. Okay, so the idea is now we continue down. 75 pips coming down here. 20. Close below. Yeah, so now what I'm going to do is 2727, 2727, that's the London low that I said at the beginning of the session. I said London low is right there. I said the London low and the Asian high is exactly at the same place, 27, so that's one TP there. Stop loss is above that zone. Let's see if you can get there. If we retrace back, then that's okay. It's a very small position I'll lose. And the next one is at the yeah. So this is 17, 18. Yeah, that's 200 pips. Okay, let's see if you can get there. The 4 candle is just about to close, and it's closing. I don't know, it's got about 5 minutes. It could close a doji, it can close bullish. Anything can happen in the next 5 minutes. Price can push. There's a lot of volume coming in. It can easily push 40 pips and close bullish again. Now, in terms of the stop loss, where do I want to have that is just above this zone here. It's too much. Yeah, this high is 44.35. 207. Okay, yeah. Stop loss is above that zone. So this light red box, I had marked this out right just before the session began, right? That was the idea, to take a trade coming down from there. So stop loss is above that candle, just above that swing high there. I don't want to put it above there because that's too much. So stop loss is above there. If I get stopped out, if price goes back in and I get stopped out, then this will be a break-even trade because yeah, I'll lose the 0.2% that I've made, right? Um, yeah, and this is uh, I want to drive this point. I keep driving this point every day. I keep mentioning this every day that the reason I'm having a 0.2% gain here is because the loss was so small. I'd taken several entries, tried, I think twice I had tried here, or three times I tried here, but my loss on each of them was like 0.2%. So I'd lost about 0.6% in total. So when I do get a winning trade, it's very easy to recover a 0.6% loss, right? Now, I don't know if this is going to be a winning trade. The winning trade would be if this price comes and touches this London high, because we have closed below here, so we should come down here. That's the whole idea. We might pull back before we come. That's fine. But the whole idea is we close below the London high, and we need to come to the London low at 2727. Okay, that's the London low. Low is 27. Yeah, 2727. All right, that's the whole idea. We're about 45, 50 pips away. And the 4-hour candle is just about to close. So this is the NYSE move, is a reversal move so far. So far, it's a reversal because we pushed up. The whole idea was price was pushing up. Let's look at the 5-minute candles. Yeah. So we have to draw 15-minute support resistance below these levels also. Sorry about that. Just didn't realize that there was no levels here. Yeah. So that's the next level right there. Okay. And then 4 candle is about to close. Let's have a look at that. So we are closing bearish, but we're closing above that support right there. But we close below this. This resistance is more important than that support. We close below this resistance. So this resistance, yesterday the candle closed below this, and we closed below here. And then you can see that price continued down. And today also we have closed below this resistance and this resistance. So the idea is for the wick to fill and price to come down. That's the idea. Let's look at the 5-minute time frame. We are rejecting that area. That's okay. I want prices very likely pull back here or maybe even here. right? We're going to pull back to this resistance right here, or this resistance right here, and then continue down. Yeah, so the 4 has closed below that resistance level here. Just get rid of that. We don't need that there. This resistance right here, we're close below that. You can see how VIX touched it. So probably price is going to pull back there before it heads down. Close below that. Have we closed below that before? Yeah, we closed. Yeah, if you had closed above that, I would have been concerned, because then if you closed above it, this would have been a bullish candle, a doji, and we could head higher. But now we've closed below that. So the idea is price to break this low and come down, and maybe even come fill this, there's clean space here, come all the way down. And the daily candle could come back to this 2722, weekly resistance 2722. So I'm going to keep the stop there. Yeah, so 6. Yeah, if I go up, if price turns reverses and go up and hits my stop loss, it's very likely have a break even day, or probably lose about 0.2% or 0.15%, which is fine. That's an absolute. I aim for, I try not to exceed a 1 to 2% loss per day, right? That's my aim, to lose less than 1.5, or even less than 2%, less than 1.5 or 1.6, 1.7. So if I take a 0.1% or 0.2% loss a day, that's a win for me. That's an absolute win. So the idea is for this price to come here, and if it does come here, that's a 113 pip move, and then come further down, 200 pip move further down. But I don't know it. I don't really have the volume today to continue down. Maybe we just range here, because price did close above this support. This, you can see price when it closed above, we headed higher. Closed above, we headed higher. Back here, we came back here. What could happen? Price could come back up here. Could come back up here to this resistance right here. A 15-minute candle needs to close. Yeah, we are rejecting this area. So a 15-minute candle needs to close, or a 5-minute candle needs to close back below this for us to head down. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to do anything. Just going to leave it. Let's see. The EMAs we've crossed, so we are actually bullish. EMAs have turned. I'm going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. It's got about 10 minutes. If this candle closes above this support again, this resistance again, then I'm going to close the trade. Because the EMAs have crossed and price is, we've came back, tapped the EMAs, and we could be heading higher. That zone right there, that could be the trade, because we did reject this support area. You got to remember that this, when price came down and rejected this area, right? We rejected this area. So if a 15-minute candle closes above this, I might just close the trade. Yeah, I'm not going to hold it. And then that's going to be the end of the session as well, because I've been here for over 2.5 hours now. That'll be the end of the session. I'm just going to wait for the 15-minute candle to close. If it closes above this support, I'm going to close the trade. And why I'm going to do that is because this candle, this was the liquidity candle. These candles dropped, closed above support, and price pushed back up. And then it took a while for price to come down. So I don't know if we push back up, then continue to close, we might go higher. I'm not going to be here at the charts for the next hour and a half or 2 hours. So we're just going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. It needs to close below this for me to hold this trade. Otherwise, I'm going to close it. Okay, let's just draw a couple of more support resistance levels as we wait here. For whoever's watching this, this is good practice. Yeah, we're pushing up. Let's see. Yeah, that's the next level right there. We haven't rejected this area yet. On the 5-minute, we are rejecting the support here below to continue higher. We haven't rejected the resistance here yet. You need to see a 5-minute candle close, reject, touch, and close bearish like this to continue down. So that hasn't happened yet. We're still pushing up. We're still pushing up. There is no 1-minute rejection either. That's a bullish candle. This is just a candle probably coming down to create liquidity. Coming down to grab liquidity to go higher. That's what I meant. See, these candles are pushing up. See that? 1 minute. Push up to go to this resistance. 5 minutes more for the candle to close. Let's see. Came and tapped this area. And then below this, it's very likely I'm going to close this trade. Seems like we're closing above this support, just like this did. Once we close above support, we could come higher, 75 pips, we could come back all the way up here. And I hate holding drawdown. Absolutely hate it. So if my entries were up here, that would be fine, but my entries down here, good 30 pips below. So I'm not going to hold. If price closes above this support right here, above 2733, then we could be coming all the way up to another 80 pips above to this resistance right here. It needs to close below this to continue down. 3-4 minutes more. Okay, so let's draw one more. So that is, I draw these not for me, I draw these for whoever was watching, for you guys, because I delete them the next day and I draw them again. I can just leave them on the chart, but I don't do that because the whole point is this is for the streams to be educational. So that's the next one right there. One, two, three, three. Touched here, close. Yeah, that's better. 52. Okay. Okay, so a minute and a half for the candle to close. Let's see how we close. Still no rejection. Still no rejection. There's possible trying to create a bottom wick to head higher. I need to see a 5-minute candle reject and close below this. Until I see a candle close below, it could be a bottom wick. There's no 1-minute rejection yet. Yeah, we're pushing up. Yeah, so 22 seconds. This candle needs to close below for me to hold this trade coming down here. It has to close below the support. Yeah, so we close below the support. So I'm okay to hold this trade because the 5-minute also closed below the support, right? Rejected, touched, closed. This is what I meant. Reject, bearish engulfing candle, reject, touch. The next one broke the low. We should come to this one now. Okay, that's how you trade. Okay, so that's the end of the stream. I'm not going to be waiting here until TP gets hit, but my stop loss is above this zone right here, or above this candle, above 2743.225, just above there. and then TP is 2726, 2727, and then the next one is at 2718. So that's about 113 pips, and that's about 210 pips. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, that's the end of the session. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, to do the analysis and look for opportunities. Okay, see you guys tomorrow.